There you go then, Liverpool have just beaten Southampton in the FA Cup 3-0. My word, some massive performances, but we've got to start with the lad who scored 2 goals. Jayden Danns was absolutely superb. And that first goal, my word, he's going to be such a superstar. But seriously, that first goal is just an absolute touch of class. It's one of my biggest bugbearers over the course of, I don't know how long, the last sort of few years, is that nobody seems to chip the keeper anymore, or nobody goes around the keeper anymore. But my word, what a finish, straight from the top drawer. This lad, 18 years old, the confidence that he's playing with. I mean, 34 minutes before tonight, 1 trophy. Now he's got, I don't know, about 60 odd minutes maybe, something like that. 2 goals, 1 trophy. I mean, if he can carry on doing that, we've got an absolute superstar on our hands. But it's the confidence that he plays with, isn't it? It's that ability to just keep going in behind, making those little runs and stuff like that. That ability to find the right space in the area. You know, the second one for him just drops, our third goal, he just drops in front of him. It's good striker instincts. He links up play really well. He's dead tall, he's dead strong, he's fast, he's got really good movement, and I was able to sort of sit there and watch him tonight from a nice vantage point and look at that movement and stuff. So yeah, really impressed with him, of course. I'm going to go to the other end of the pitch next because Quivine Kelleher is ridiculous. I mean, he put in a performance at the weekend to win us the cup, basically. And this performance, you know, we wouldn't have been in the game if it wasn't for Kelleher tonight. And that's because of the start that Southampton had. That first sort of 20 minutes, Liverpool's youngsters were, I don't know, just sort of finding their feet in the game and stuff like that. And Kelleher just wasn't. Kelleher just started, like he finished Sunday, and he's playing with that confidence that nothing's going to go past him at the moment. And that's what I felt like, and I feel like that's what the ground felt like. You know, they're getting opportunities, and there's no like, it's just, he's going to save us. And that's what he's doing. And you know, I can't believe like that what we've seen from him is the same goalkeeper that we saw at the start of the season and what was the Europa League and all that type of stuff, because it's just sort of night and day, the comparison between the two of them. He's so cool, so calm on the ball as well. Like he's turning players on the edge of the penalty area. This is a lad who is full of confidence. Jurgen Klopp keeps saying he's the best number 2 in the world. You know, Liverpool fans keep saying that. It almost might be disrespectful because he's a number 1 goalkeeper. End of. And then, yeah, let's go through some of the players. Then I thought Virgil van Dijk was excellent in the first half. Captain's performance again from him. Goes off at half-time, clearly a pre-planned substitution. Switches for Konate. Konate might have been better than Virgil in the second half. Ibu was just everywhere, blocking, whipping things around the post, not taking needless sort of risks, like just smart defending, knocking the ball out of play when he needed to. But Conor Bradley, maybe not as good as he's been in recent weeks, probably a little bit of tiredness creeping in there. End product wasn't quite there. Defensively, he was absolutely resolute and absolutely sound as he's been since he put that shirt on. On the other side, Kostas Tsimikas' deliveries from corners still excel. Like, the fella next to me was sort of saying, he's like, he just never hits the first man, does he? He just always gets it into the mix. And I was like, yeah. And then I watched it afterwards, like, he never hits the first man, mad. I think, you know, Sunday, Virgil might have saved him with that one. But it's splitting hairs, isn't it? Let's be honest. Thought Kwanzaa was really good as well again, you know, on the ball. Special mention for me for Joe Gomez because, listen, it's not the best defensive midfielder performance I've ever seen in my life, but going in there and playing DM for Liverpool Football Club when you are, by say, probably a centre-half, then probably a right back, then probably a left back. So playing your 4th position as a DM and playing it so well. Him on the ball, back to goal, he's really good. And that's something that we sort of I've thought about and said, like, well, maybe Trent Alexander-Arnold can't play in the middle because he can't play with his back to goal. Joe Gomez can play with his back to goal. I thought Bobby Clark obviously gets the assist for the first one, I think it is. Absolutely superb, ran his heart out, ran everything out, his engine, all kinds of stuff. I thought James McConnell grew into the game. All the youngsters really grew into the game, didn't they? But special shout out for Koumas as well, who kept trying to get inside, get those shots off, and obviously it takes a little deflection. I think it is off heels in the end, but he gets the first goal and that breaks Southampton's will, and again that opens the game for us. So massive respect for Koumas, who gets I think a debut goal for us as well. So really excited to see more of him because his endeavour was there. He kept trying to go past his man, and I thought them as a group, the front players including Gakpo and Harvey Elliott, pressed Southampton when we got into the game really well. I made it very difficult for them to even get out of their penalty area. So yeah, really impressed with them. Harvey Elliott again, absolute machine, running himself into the ground for the cause. He was the last player to leave the pitch as well. He had something on his shirt, I'm not sure what it was, I couldn't quite tell, but he seemed to reveal sort of a white shirt and walked around the centre of the pitch when everybody else had gone. So I'd love to find out what that was about, but his performance was absolutely mega again. And you know, it's not the best performance in terms of what he does with the ball, but again, he gets stronger throughout the game. And you know, we've seen lads who over the years, if they're having a bad game, they continue to have a bad game. It doesn't seem to affect Harvey Elliott. He never shies away from it. He always tries and asks for the ball, and he always tries to do something with it. And in the end, he always seems to get something from it, because obviously he gets an assist there tonight, doesn't he? I think for one of Jaden Danz's, I think it's the first one maybe. Yeah, because there's no assist for the second, so yeah, it was the first one. So yeah, absolutely brilliant from him. Thought Cody Gakpo grew into the game, even when he dropped into midfield. One of those mazy, dribbly sort of runs was great. McAllister was excellent when he came on the field, really controlled the game. Ultimately, though, it's a 3-0 victory, and once again, Liverpool do it with the kids. And listen, it's an overused phrase, the kids are all right. Kids are more than all right. This is unprecedented, what we're seeing at the moment from these youngsters. I mean, I don't know. I'm waiting for Michael Reid on the Opta stats and something like that. I don't know whether they're going to have any Opta stats on this, but like, surely there can't be many higher squad number additions. Like, if you add up all the squad numbers of Liverpool players at the end of the game there, have Liverpool ever got higher? I mean, there's 90s, there's like a couple of 70s. I mean, it was ridiculous. It's not a thing, and it won't be a thing on Opta, but I'd be really fascinated to find out. In fact, probably more Andrew Beasley, the more mental stats like that. Anyway, subscribe to Redmen TV. There's more reaction analysis on Redmen Plus. I've been Chris Pajak. Thanks for watching. Leave me your thoughts in the comments below.